Amazes me, exhibit to exhibit, the creative thoughts that come up to make something new and refreshing to the community. And this year, we've got a show coming up in November that's going to involve a lot of partnerships locally from a lot of our design firms. Frankly, this could not have been undertaken or even considered without the help of our partners here, as you see today. The idea will be to create landmarks for both historic Fort Wayne and existing Fort Wayne for exhibit here in November through April. It's a great concept, and there will be models involved. I'm going to let the experts really dwell on it. They know a lot more about it than I do, but we do have partners here. We have representatives. I know Ron Dick from Design Collaborative right to my right. Mark Riley's here, John Riley. Dick Moake from Moake. Kratzat, there he is right there from MSKTD. Is Corey Miller here? Corey? I didn't see him there. Corey from Schenkel. Again, a great collaboration of all of our local firms that really helped us out. And they're doing it in kind. So at least I said that to the guys, and they said they didn't know that until now. But no, they came very willing to help us out, and it's just a great opportunity for the community, and I really appreciate what they're doing. With that, before I turn it back over to Mitch at the end, I'd like Ron Dick, and he's going to lead us through it and probably hand it off to some of his colleagues. Ron?
Sounds like we're going to go one by one, and I'll be brief. I'm excited today to work with the Botanical Conservatory, the Park Department, and my esteemed colleagues on this landmark project. The landmark that we have selected is the Lincoln Tower, obviously occupied by Tower Bank. Broke ground in 1929. We're pretty excited to see how this model turns out, and how the showcase turns out. John Riley. Oh, that would be good. Ron Dick with Design Collaborative, my marketing guy, would kick me for not having to.
Whoa!
Steve.
Okay. Hey, we got that on tape, too.
All right.
I don't have any particular good dance moves like Ron does. I am John Riley with Martin Riley Architects. Lisa Young with me here today. As you know, we live in the train station, so it's sort of a foregone conclusion that we not only got asked, but I think sort of encouraged to participate. We're very glad to do that. With us, Dick Moll and
Watch the
Tom
cord.
Salzer.
Watch the cord.
Yeah, and Tom Salzer.
Thank you. Tom and I are delighted to be here today as well. Excited about this project. We have sort of zeroed in on the Keenan Hotel that was built, and several presidents have visited and stayed in the Keenan Hotel. Harry Truman visited in 1958. Reported that John F. Kennedy stayed at the hotel in 1959. I was just a small boy then, so I don't know. Tom, would you like to say this?
No, great.
Well, anyway, Dick Moll, Tom Salzer, Park Group, and Mr. Kratzat.
Hello, I'm Jim Kratzat with MSKTD, and we have selected the Embassy Theater, and for a number of reasons. I mean, it's a great building. We have done a lot of work there as architects, and I've been on the board personally for lots of years. So we've got a lot of involvement there, and the Embassy's a big cornerstone to our downtown and downtown development, and we're happy to present that project.
Corey Miller with Shultz. We've chosen to work on the Allen County Courthouse. Obviously, we're all familiar with the landmark that it is downtown. We're hoping we can represent it well enough that people recognize it when we're done. But we want to thank the Conservatory and the city for inviting us, and of course, we're more than happy to participate and join these projects.
I think at this point, I think I'd like Alec Johnson, landscape architect, to make a few comments on why landmarks. I think one of the challenges I think the groups will have, and it was pointed out to me, is developing a model that will sustain in this type of environment with humidity and the temperature. That'll be a real challenge. I don't know, Alec, you've got any comments on that? Probably not. Maybe that hasn't been determined yet, but that is a challenge.
Exactly.
I guess simply put...
Would you identify yourself first, please?
I'm sorry, Alec Johnson. I'm the city landscape architect of the Parks and Rec Department. Simply put, when I moved here a couple years ago, I was asked to help lead a design team to design these showcases that happen at the conservatory. And I noticed at that time that as I first moved to town that there was a lot of talk about downtown revitalization. Obviously, Harrison Square was in the news at that point. And I took that opportunity and that idea, and I really thought it'd be valuable for the citizens of Fort Wayne to be able to see these buildings, these models of these buildings, and appreciate the history and the architecture that exists already in Fort Wayne as we move forward and hopefully infill and add more great buildings to downtown. So, again, thanks to all the architects who are involved in this. And I'm going to turn it over to Mitch now.
Well, and as you can tell, everything that we do here does not happen with just one person, two people, three people. It really does take a lot of support and a lot of individuals to make this work. We've spoken with the 5 design teams. I'd also like to mention that we have sponsorship from the media.
I'm Tessie Andale with WAJI, Majic 95.1.
And we'd also like to welcome PBS 39 was unable to attend, but they're our television sponsor. And many thanks go out to the Wilson Foundation, who will help us purchase the plants and smaller items that will be a part of this landscape. So, as you can see, it's a huge undertaking. This is easily the largest and definitely the longest running exhibit that we have ever taken on here at the Conservatory. We're extremely excited.